thing is, I've been trying to get this thing to work more better, as the kids saying, and it no working. So we'll see how it goes. We'll give it a shot. Oh, so bear with me. Welcome. As you can see, it's struggling today. I might just have to take it off this thing. Anyway, how can we get this thing to work? Been applying to jobs, been waiting to hear back from jobs. Is the most stressful thing in the fucking world right now. Sorry about the swears, but it is. Waiting on jobs to call back. Very difficult timing with the holidays and stuff. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I don't like it. Going to my favorite coffee shop here soon, which is the one I always show on stream, which is, what is it called? Culture Coffee. Sean, what up? Hey, long time no see. I know that's on me. You're always here. Trying to figure out this new thing. I have this new way to connect to the iPad. Not the iPad. What is this thing called? The gimbal. And it's a pain. It's a huge pain, dude. Like, trying to get this thing to work is just awful. So I'm not loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Jobs are hard to come by. How's it sound? Is it all right? You doing okay? See, look at this. This thing just don't want to work. I'm gonna take it off real quick. Actually, I might just put it away because it's just so finicky today. I've been learning more about it, and the more that I've learned, the worse that it's gotten. So it's like, what is this? But I've been staying busy. It's cold outside. Can you hear me over the wind? I hope it's not too bad. What was I saying? I've been getting my certification stuff done for project management. Hello. And that's been fun, but not the best, because I'd rather just be doing projects, you know what I mean? Or working on learning and stuff. This is how it is. Yeah, this thing just don't want to work today. So this new way that I connect it is like a magnet, but the problem is I can't connect the mic. So it's like, why even use it, you know? So annoying. Oh well, we can do this. It's not the end of the world. What's good with you, Sean? What's good? We'll just go for our walk. We'll use our arms like normal people, and we won't worry with the gimbal for now. Which is a bummer, because then it means I have to go get my old way to set it up, which is all finicky. I think it's just like trying to do a live stream with the mic is just chunky, the receiver. Yeah, so like I was saying, on the job hunt, it's been pretty hectic. It's been good, actually. I've had a lot of people reach out, had a lot of second round, third round interviews, final interviews, and I'm just waiting to hear back. I'm just waiting. And I had an offer, and so I was like, yo, like, this is what we're doing, you know? Like, tell me about the offer. And so I'm waiting on that to come through. Nothing. Like, nothing for like a whole day. Yesterday I was so like anxious, so pent up, because I'm waiting for the emails to come through, right? And then I'm thinking like, well, maybe next week I'll hear, no problem. Like, you know, these things usually go out. And I remember that next week is the holidays. I'm like, geez. Hey, it's Punch Panda. It's 12:30. Welcome on in. Let me know where you're at. Anyway, so I'm like, geez, like, please, have me before the holidays. What a stressful thing. Sean says, oh, you know, just living in corporate America. I'm ready to go back. The old miserable bat says, supervisors. Robin, long time no see. How you doing? Appreciate you coming in. I know it's been a while, so good to see you. Ultimate Warrior, I've got the whole block wishing they can run my division, but they gone fishing. What does that mean? Respectfully, of course. I don't know what it means. Or maybe it's just like literal, like everyone wants to run your division, but they can't. Anyway, like I was saying, I've been applying to jobs. It's been crazy. I had a little bit of a rant because I've had 2 AI automated interviews, 2 of them. And people have been asking me in the comments like, hey, like, what does that mean? Or is it over video? And like, how could you tell? I'm like, dude, you can tell. You can tell. I was like, I don't want to do this. Like after I heard like one of the AI things, I was just talking to myself like, I don't want to do this. And I hear it respond back to me like, ha ha ha. I can tell you don't want to do this. I'm like, oh my God, get out of here. I'm not wasting my time with an AI like interviewer. It's so slow, it's so clunky, it's just so bad. I mean, how do they use these things? Why wouldn't you just send out an email? You know, it's faster. You're gonna get the same thing. Are they thinking that they're gonna get quality responses by hearing someone talk? Not to a bot. And I'm not gonna want to work for you if you're doing that, because I don't know, like it seems like if you don't value my time as a human being, like I'm gonna be spending a lot of time with you, you know? Sean says, so how does that work? Does it pick up on keyboards or something? No, they called me. They straight up called me. An AI bot called me to interview. Yeah, exactly, Robin. Wow is right. I picked up the phone and was like, this is like some name, some generic name, like this is Ashley from blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. Are you ready to begin? I'm like, what? It's like, and then it responds like, I'm an interviewer from blah, blah. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is an automated thing. Yeah. Oh, keywords. I don't know, dude. Like, but like the thing is like, don't call me, dude. I'm not that hard up. And even if I was, I don't think like, I don't know if I could even work in that environment, you know? I've got to spend more time like getting other emails out. I can't spend like 20 minutes talking to a robot. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to spend 20 minutes talking to a robot. Anyway, yeah, I think this is probably the most I've ranted. So I usually don't rant this much, but you know how it is. Speaking of which, I've been actually doing a lot more. I think you've seen like a lot more of this low quality. By low quality, I mean like low production value content, and it's kind of actually helped me become more natural on camera, get straight to the point. So I've been really enjoying that, but also I'm talking about things I know a lot about because I've done it for many years, and it's been fun. But the interview stuff, not so much. How's the audio quality, by the way? I'll try to put this on the gimbal later, but with the microphone receiver, it just doesn't work. I would mess with the. Here's the thing though, Sean, like I'm putting in like, I want to like when you guys are looking for jobs, like how many applications are you putting in? What I'm really going for is 10 applications a day. But I've kind of like exhausted all the applications within my area, so I have to start looking outside of that area because they're all used up for now, so I have to wait, you know, for new ones to come out. So 10 applications a day. If I'm going really efficiently, because some take less, some take more, let's say 30 minutes each, so 5 hours. 5 hours applying. Honestly, maybe a little bit less, but 20 minutes is like an application's worth almost. Like that's 2/3 of an application. I'm not gonna do it just to talk to a robot, just to be filtered out, you know? So, if it was to like fill out a follow-up resume, I'll do that even if it's 10 minutes, you know what I mean? So, Ace says, what kind of jobs are you applying for? Thank you for that question. So, the jobs that I'm applying for right now are instructional designer, training, and brand advocates. So I did actually get a brand advocate interview. Unfortunately, I didn't make it because I didn't know enough about the product, which is too bad because I should have looked it up, but I had too many interviews at the time. Oh well, right? Oh well. Really bummed about that one. But instructional design is fine. And I actually had one come through, but I'm waiting for it to come back like as a response because it's a 3-month contract, but it's in office. So, you know, sometimes you just have to get your foot in the door, but I'm waiting on other responses. So I'd be happy to get the work. It's cool work, but you know, there's some trade-offs, like going into the office just for 3 months worth of work. And so we're trying to come to like a agreement on salary. They want to hire me on, but they're asking me for like a pay rate. And I'm like, I don't know, brother. Like, I don't know, brother, for what's your pay range? And that's where we're stuck. So, dude, some of these suggestions that YouTube gives you are crazy. They're like, hey, do you want to do a QA? Ask about the color of the number 7. I'm like, what? What kind of suggestion is that? Leo, hello. Hello to you. Howdy, howdy. We're going to walk to my favorite coffee shop, Culture Coffee. Just catching up with the community. So Ace, you might be happy to know that we're moving more into the professional realm. I'm not doing a ton of software. I've actually had a few interviews of, not even a few, like quite a few that's like, hey, do you want to do this software position? I'm like, no, dude. I might have to like get up to speed on it though. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's the last place I want to go to, but now I'm to the point like maybe I do. And maybe I spend a lot of my time brushing up on software again, learning how to use Cursor, React. I'm actually not that intimidated because I've done it for so long, and like once you do it, it's like software, know your fundamentals. And now it's more like know your AI stuff and like have the portfolio. At least I have a really good background in software, so I don't have to worry about that as much. Leo, you come from the USA? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I'm also from the USA, Salt Lake City, Utah. Thanks for coming on in and chatting with us. We're just doing our catch up. All my content has been more spontaneous now, so not a schedule like it used to be, which is unfortunate, but life be lifing, so I'm glad that people are coming through. Oh, yo, what's up, Angry Hamong? Is that how you want me to refer to you online? Just, or not just FYI, just asking. Yeah, we're ranting about gerbs. Gerbs, you missed it. I don't know if you saw my short post, but I was talking about the AI interviewer and like how it drives me nuts. Has anyone else gotten an AI interview recently? It's crazy. But like I was saying, I might have to brush up on my software engineering because to expand the job pool, right? Those are jobs I could probably get, but the thing is once you stop, you got to get back on it, right? You got to start again. And so I probably have to brush up minimum 4 weeks, but probably more like 2 months to 3 months. And that's like going at it hard, like getting up to speed. So I'm kind of like, ooh, I don't want to do that. Maybe keep on doing my interviews and then like getting up to speed on Cursor and React and all that. Had not had an AI interview yet. Count yourself lucky, they're gross. So yeah, with catching up on all that, and a lot of people don't understand, like, what, you've been a software engineer for like a decade. Yeah, the interview process is brutal, and now I don't even know how it goes with like the AI stuff, so just get up to speed. Talking to you guys about it more though, it makes me think like maybe I had to jump back in. That'd be a bummer. But if I did, at least I can pass that ceiling with junior engineers, or that floor rather, with junior engineers. And I don't know. If anyone has any advice, let me know. Several positions I applied have evergreened, so I've been rather discouraged. What do you mean by evergreened? Don't vibe code too much. They're still vague. They're still valuing learning without AI. Ace, brother. That's all I've done. I got my master's in learning. I rely heavily on AI a lot, but yeah, it's more like building up the portfolio again and like doing the full stack, making a product. But you know, time is of the essence. So thinking about it with y'all, I'm just thinking, what do I do? And on top of that, doing the content too. I think the content has actually been more fun. I want to try to put out like 5 short form pieces a day. Oop, sorry, I just see someone over here. So yeah, your skills will atrophy if you have AI do everything. Oh yeah, of course, Ace. But your skills will atrophy regardless. But if you don't use AI at all, you're going to be left behind. Not because who runs the show? Is it the CEO or the CTO? Is it product or is it engineering? It's product, and it's the CEO. And what's being shoved down everyone's throats? Know the AI stuff. So what are they telling their engineers and their engineering managers? They better learn AI. You've got to know it. Let's see, evergreen equals employer closes the position so no one was hired. Oh, dude, I've seen that too. I've probably gotten that like 6 times. Thank you for giving me the term for it, but yes, I have seen that actually happen 6 times, at least. So that's another thing. They're just closing it out. Maybe it's the market. Ace says, as soon as you need AI to do anything business specific, it becomes much less useful. I disagree. I disagree with that, because what do you mean by business specific? I need it to, take my notes and turn it into something coherent. I need it to shuffle through documentation and find, places for me to look through it. I need it to help me run my schedules and create my presentations. All that stuff is there. It can't do the base work, but just like anything else, it can do the busy work. And it can do it really well. I'm not going to be typing out my whole presentation. I'm going to get an outline, and I'm going to use it to help craft that outline, because no one cares if you made it from scratch or not. They care about the results, and that's unfortunate. Solving specific technical issues relating to your work, yes. You're describing general admin tasks, exactly. But the same thing about like writing out your basic, generic boilerplate code. I'm not going to do that all the time. What if I have to search for a bug? I'm using Cursor, man. I'm going to have it go look through this stuff. I'm going to look through it myself. And I have to go debug the code myself. I'm not doing that anymore, I'm going to have something give it a first pass faster than I ever could and verify it, and then move on from there. Or if I have some basic stuff that I always need to do, I'm going to have it build it out, I'm like, hey, copy the basic stuff here, or have a template. You don't even need AI for that. You can just build a template and use that. But I'm not doing everything from scratch. Automation matters a lot more. But yes, solving specific technical issues, AI can't do that. I agree with you. Solving very niche objects, that's where your value is. But too many people are saying that AI is like 100% bad. It's not. I'm not even saying it's good. It just is, It's just the way it is. Regardless of whether you like it or not, do you need to get paid? Do you want to keep on getting paid? Learn the tools that everyone is saying to learn. And like, if CEOs are actively telling people, like, we're trying to get rid of anyone that doesn't use AI, use AI. They're setting the example. We're incorporating AI into our hiring strategies. Use AI. Because it doesn't matter that technical people say to or not. It matters what the market says and what they're hiring for. And that's unfortunate, because it's not the way to really go about it, but that's a reality, Professor Oak, my dad is AI and I turned out fine. See, we got the proof. 100% proof, not made up. You heard it here first, folks. Professor Oak's dad, was AI, and Professor Oak is like a doctor. So, if that's not enough proof, I don't know what is.
Wait 900 west.
Oh, you heard the dog over there, yeah. I think this is my most ranty, most authentic stream ever. Maybe we've just done so many of these that I just don't care anymore. Maybe just some of my frustrations. But we're doing all right. On a positive note, we're here at Culture Coffee. I'm ready to do my stuff. Why did I come here? I came here for something.
300
Coffee,
north.
of course, but something else. You know what? Why don't we take a walk, since we got some good engagement right now? It's only been 20 minutes. I'll take you over to the Mexican store, supermarket. Yeah. So once I get approval on the heckin' jobs that I go, like hopefully I get some here, I think I'll feel a lot better. So here's the barber shop. I need to go probably get a trim myself. But yeah. Rant over. What are y'all up to? These Q&A's got to get better. YouTube keeps on suggesting them. The Q&A right now says, favorite random fact? Is that what you guys want in the Q&A? Favorite random fact? I don't think so. Thanksgiving's coming up though, so the holidays are coming up. That's great. So I'm excited to just have a chill time. It's been chill for like a whole year though, so I'm ready to like not chill. I'm ready to work. Let's see. Anyway, David and I, Angry Hmong, we've been dealing with some of the tech sector stuff for a while. So, sure, what's your random fact? Sean says. I think you'll start to see more people exploring trade professions. Yes, I believe that true. I 100% believe that. I think new grads will face the biggest hurdles. I believe that too. You know, I was super upset that my son didn't want to go to college. I was working so hard for literally his whole life so he could go to college. He's like, I don't want to go to college. And I was so mad about it. But like after getting done with college, doing my master's, and like thinking back about like what did I learn in my undergrad and what are they getting out of it? Like, sheesh, dude. Like, I don't think the value's there unless someone's paying for it, which I was going to pay for it, but I didn't care if my job killed me, to be honest. But you know, after coming out of that, it now seems like I don't know, dude. But regardless, is like you said, you have to do something skilled. You can't just, you know, be unskilled. Unskilled is the next thing. Like, you're going to school right now, I think, and just going to school is going to be a problem because you're going to lose skills. The next thing, and you're not making any money, you're losing money, or someone is losing money, right? The next thing is unskilled labor, because at least you're getting paid, but you're not getting any hard skills, and then you're being replaced. I really think the physical stuff is good for now, but even like Amazon, they're like, we're trying to replace everyone with robots. So who knows, you know? People stuff, high contact people stuff, like you were saying, Ace. That's why I got really good at documentation, even though, you know, AI can do that, but learning about writing things down to explain things. I just got my PMP certification. I know I've been talking about that so much, but if you didn't know, I got my project management professional certification, again, people facing and learning too, but that's more because I liked it. A lot of places require a degree. That's true. A lot of places do require a degree to filter out, and I'm not even going to deny that, but what's crazy is like a lot of places just require a degree, any degree, right? Nothing special. And like at all the jobs I have, they say it would be nice if you had a master's in this. I'm like, oh, I have a master's in that. Doesn't guarantee anything. So, you know, trade professions pay well, but they are hard to get into and absolutely wear you down physically. So if I were starting over today, I would probably consider nursing. Yes, I've heard nursing is a good field. That is all trying to prop up their stock price. All dumb tech CEOs do that, yes. You know, if you asked me 10 years ago, I'd be like, I don't know about that. If you ask me today, yes. Layoffs, increase stock prices, which means good. And I don't know how I feel. I know how I feel about that, actually, but you know, like, I think I saw a comment about like in the 90s, if you had a layoff, it was a really bad thing. And it wasn't good for anyone. You know, it wasn't good for the CEO, it wasn't good for stock, it wasn't good for anyone. Nowadays, quite the opposite. And I've heard like experiences of people like being, you know, relocated for their job and then being laid off 2 months later. Oh man. And I don't think that's intentional. Here's the thing, it's like it's usually at really big companies, and like it's not at the level that they got hired on isn't the level that they got fired on a lot of the time, I think. But that's a personal opinion. The whole US economy is basically propped up on massive AI spend. It's insane. For now, yeah, I think so. What do y'all think? Is Is the AI stuff really what's pushing the economy right now? Actually, I think there was something that showed it, right? Like the GDP is like AI stuff, and if you took it out, super small. So, and remember, companies will open their budgets more in January, so you might get more calls around that. Here's the thing though, like Ace, I've actually been getting a lot more calls right now because it's for specific training positions. So what I think is like right now is like the training positions are what matter. Like maybe right now is when they hire because they're going to hire a bunch more people. But it's been pretty quiet. So they want to get people on here. I've heard it like 2 or 3 times now, that they want to hire for training to get ready for those new hires to come on. Message redacted. The whole U.S. economy is based. Oh no, we talked about that. It's scary how much people rely on AI and how it's horrible for the environment. Yeah. I rely on AI a lot actually. Here's our Rancho Market. We can't go in there, we'll lose signal. But that's where I get my Mexican stuff. I have not been buying groceries either. Dude, I've just been like, I've just been on that grind for the past week. The next thing is my clothes are fitting a little bit better. I've been doing a ton of walking. So I walk to everywhere if I can for health benefits. The only thing is like, it takes a while. So I'll try to listen to an audiobook or do one of these things to stay productive during that time. Oh, one thing about PMP that I got. So I got that certification, right? You got to do a bunch of stuff and then you have to renew it. And you have to do what's called 60 PDUs, which are professional development units. And so during this time, I've been clocking like 3-4 of those an hour, 3 or 4 PDUs, which is like an hour of study a day, just to like knock it out. Whew, it's rough, but it's worth it. And so sometimes you can get more PDUs than it takes time to complete. So I'll be able to get maybe like in 3 hours 7 or 1 hour 5. So, you know, it's not too bad, but you know, everything to get that done, then I won't have to renew for 6 years, and by then I probably won't care. All the tech has climate problem. Yeah, all tech. That's the thing, is like, no matter what, it's a climate problem with all tech. Cars, computers, it's just gonna happen. The widespread adoption though is what's going on, you know, like it's just super adopted like cars, right? If we had less cars going on, we'd have so much less pollution. Probably. We had to use more public transit, right? So who knows? I think, you know, once we get those more automated cars and they become more like private working spaces, maybe things will change. I don't know. I can see myself using my car to do work, but gosh, what is that, 10 years? 10, 20 years? Like, in 20 years, I don't want to be working as much anymore. I don't want to be grinding so hard that I'm like grinding on the commute. Who knows though? Millions of hours of video encoding on YouTube, 100%. TikTok power-hungry GPUs running video games, yeah, all that, right? Yes, that's the other thing. The video economy is crazy. And I've heard overall video viewership is down, but I don't know if that's true or if there's just tons more content that's being pushed out, you know? A lot of people said their viewership is down, and I'm like, is it because there's more content to watch? And I think that's probably close to the answer, but really it's just a belief, which isn't worth much. So, man, Ace, you've been killing it in the comments today. Thank you. Really appreciate the engagement there. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down this lens real quick. Do nothing. All right. Got my rant here, but I've got some extra steps. Took me a little while longer to get to the coffee shop, but who cares? You know, it is what it is. So that's my rant for today. What questions y'all have for me? It is a kind of community one after all, and I just kind of basically blurted what was out on my mind today, some hot takes, huh? So, oh my gosh, I'll tell you what. Even now, but like way before I'm like, what if they see this? What if they don't hire me? You know, like, what if I come off as like too opinionated? Still possible, right? But I think too many people overthink that. And having the content out there is probably better than not. So anyway, I was thinking that, yeah, man, I know it sucks, but try not to get discouraged too much. Some company will see your value. Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's more of a waiting game right now, but what can I do in the meantime to increase my odds, right? And also improve my worth. That's what I'm looking at. Anyway, we're at 30 minutes. It's time to go enjoy some coffee and apply for some gerbs. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one.